Greetings and welcome. I'm PsychicMediumRoberto, and I truly hope you're well. We are blessed by spirit. Trigger warning: the subject matter is of a mature nature and deals with true crime events. Disclaimer: all cases are treated as alleged until proven in a court of law. Right, so we're entering episode 3 for this year's Super Harvest Blood Moon, which culminates on the 22nd of this month, September. Now, what I didn't take into account on the previous readings, and let's just go to the previous readings. Let's go here. Because the effect happens at 10:35 p.m., which means then, for example, we're on here on Thursday. I'm recording this Thursday morning, approaching 11 a.m. Because the effect takes late in the evening, we need to tag into the next day as a 24-hour complete cycle. Okay. Let's go back here. So since releasing episode 2, of course, thank you to the viewers that have sent messages from Hawaii with the volcano erupting there, as well as viewers in Europe with the floods going on in Europe. Thank you very much. There's a lot going on. And we note, I want to just look at 17 and 18, just as a brief summary, if we want to look at it from a Israeli, Hezbollah, all these devices going off, right? Just a quick minute. So 17 and 18 is when all the devices were going off, right? So we see all of these anomalous of 8s, and that is electronics. Now, interestingly, we have a 16-7. So the intention is of an assassination type element. In other words, they are targeting all Hezbollah operatives, right? And then we see on September the 18th, we have a hint of a device, 44-8 in the reflection zone. So all of these devices been triggered by electronics, and of course they have hidden explosives. So on one hand, we can say, well, 20 with an outcome 2 is a burst of energy. 10-1 is a burst of energy, and we have this main 40 with an outcome 4. Those are all bursts of energy if you want to look at it from an explosives point of view, right? Let's highlight the 10-1. If we look on the 18th, hidden 27-9, and this is when the radios were going off, or the walkie-talkies, and now some cars and solar panels are being blown up. So obviously a very well thought out strategy in infiltrating Hezbollah. In the September 18, we also have a hidden 30 that also alludes to bombs. 22 can be a bomb. Yeah. So whenever you get the 10s and 20s, 30s, 40s, brings around energy, okay? And interestingly, just to show you quickly, this number here, 14-5, that is Israeli. Israel is 14-5. And you can see, so if we jump now into the present, as a result of 17 and 18, now we're into 19. Look at all this chitter-chatter here. So there's huge chitter-chatter. And of course, hidden 28-10-1 Hezbollah and the operatives there must be fuming, right? They must be pissed. Comes across as a well-orchestrated event. So because there was lava, the feeling that I was getting on the first read or the previous read may serve as a sign of things to come. Now, having reviewed, so we're in September 19 now, okay? So I can tell you now, this morning, this is all operational stuff. Hezbollah, Israeli forces, I mean, that's going to be an ongoing, but what a surge. Now, when we start looking into these zones here, so Thursday evening into Friday morning, we still have this 20 outcome 2. And if we look at it from an earthquake perspective, beg your pardon, we have 11-2 slipping. But it's not feeling like, I mean, there are earthquakes and things going on. We do see the 12-3. So there is, in my opinion, still a threat. But I wouldn't say as heightened if we go because Tuesday, Wednesday, we see all of these 8s, and that's when things get out of control, okay? Now, because I'm not an astrologer, I'll be the first to tell you that. But what I do know about energy of the moon is when everything becomes heightened, okay? Everything is going to be at its peak. In whatever you do, I mean, even psychic abilities or whatever it is, right? My concern looking at the finale sequence, which ends here, the 22nd of the peak of the full moon, but we need to take into account that it's going to overlap into Monday in terms of an energy flow, okay? And then I've included the 24th just to see if there's any anomalies that I'm seeing after the fact. Now, what I've done is, unfortunately, Trump has been pinging on me. I actually received an email late yesterday about information on Trump, and there could be problems still coming, So I'm going to do a focus on Trump first, and then we'll do a global, all right? Because unfortunately, even this morning, earlier this morning, I was meditating on this, and I'm not getting good vibes around Trump, unfortunately. So, of course, I've put Saturday as an orange and Sunday as a red. Now, it's not to say hard or anything. I'm just looking at Trump. So, for example, if Trump has a Saturday or a Sunday gig, in other words, doing a rally or talking to people in the open, then I need to find out what his exact schedules are. But Saturday, we have a hidden 30 with an outcome 3, so that for me is a problem. Because the 33 can bring around explosives, and I'm going to say it can bring around explosives. We've got the 20, outcome 2. All right. So wherever you see green, particularly in Saturday, Sunday, that is Trump. Now look at Trump's numbers here. He overlaps perfectly in the sequence. So here's a problem for me. And 20 with an outcome 2, 11, 2, 2 pings on him here, you see here. And then when we overlap into the next day, 22, 4, 13, 4 is all his numbers here. Now we have a very unfortunate number hidden. So look here, hidden 33. Let's say, for example, if it is a device, it's going to bring around death. So, in fact, I'm going to do this now. So, at the end of a day on Saturday till Sunday, I'm going to make red. Because this is too coincidental that these numbers are in the sequence of the 24-hour watch, right? We won't necessarily get into who did it yet, but there's definitely... So here's Secret Service numbers here. Secret Service, CIA, and FBI. So we got CIA just outside the sequence and CIA just before the sequence. So for me, here's the red zone. So what we're going to do, and we also see this 40 with an outcome 4 here, that can be, it does ping on Trump, but it can also be the issue. So, oops, beg your pardon. Let's just go here. So the 40, so if we look at it in sequence here, so this would be, 40 could be a device. It's planned, so in other words, they chose the moment, and it brings around death. Now the issue is, these numbers ping directly on Trump, so the impact is on Trump. So if we look at Friday, the 20th, tomorrow, or Friday if you're watching it in Friday, at the end of the Friday, look at this here, 37-10-1, people are making decisions. People are making decisions, transactional. We find a hidden 30. I hope they have sniffer dogs that do proper checks. And we must be careful because that 30 with an outcome 3 can bring around 31-4. So if we had to look at, for example, Saturday as an event day, just as an event day, for example, right? So we have this hidden 33. And if we use Tuesday as the reflection, these are maybes, but I'm not liking what I'm seeing here. And when I was half asleep earlier this morning, because I had a nap in between, I was up early morning with the US in their evening. In the reflection zone, we have 33-6. The 33-6 is reflecting the 33. I'm not liking that at all, ladies and gentlemen, I must say. We got CIA before and CIA after. And we got big wigs making decisions here. I mean, this poor man. Okay, let's go deeper. Saturday, Sunday. So Saturday, Sunday, is the red zone for me, right? And in fact, sorry guys, I'm not the alarmist per se, but just looking at it again now, I'm not liking that at all. So Saturday, you see here, so here's this 33, right? Look what's in the zone here, in the proper zone as well. Give me one sec, let me bring this in here. So if we use this, right, because of the timing of the moon, which I didn't take into the first count, so technically we can say I was 12 hours out, right? So that's why time is important. So sorry about that. Let's just have a look here. All right. So you see here, we have a 44-18 play. That's also a hint of device. This number is curious, 15-6. The 15-6, for example, can bring around the lone wolf situation, like the idiot in the golf course, right? He's a 15-6. You see here in the +9 for the Saturday, that hidden 30. You see, this is why I'm getting that feeling. The hidden 33 is now in the open. Now we're looking at this from a reflection zone, right? We see the 39-12-3. 39-12-3 is in play. See, when you see a number like 47-11-2, so in my opinion, there is, of course, there's multiple agencies involved, but there's also these guys involved, yeah, these guys here, the 40, hidden 40, the Don motherfuckers, the people actually making decisions behind the, whatever you want to call it, the American curtain. 47-11-2, that's a problem number. That actually says people in authority have committed an illegal act. So if we look at Sunday, all right, so let's look at the Sunday. We'll change optics and look at other things like geology as well. But this Trump thing's been, it pinged on me hard this morning, I must say. When I was in that middle sleep. You see here the September, the Sunday already brings around this, there's a hidden issue here. And again, 39-12-3, this is CIA numbers again. So here's a bit of a warning bell. So the issue is two people, so differing of opinions, differing of ideals, different perspective issue, right? So we can say two candidates have issues. That two candidates opposing each other will never have the same agenda, right? And we have a ghastly number also in play. 16-7 brings around the issue of assassination. So unfortunately it is in play again this weekend. Sorry. They just don't want to leave this guy alone, right? So let's just see from a reflection. We've definitely got a 16-7. So the 16-7 can be assassination. It can be the rifle. It can bring around the sharpshooter. And in the zone, we have a 33 as well. You know, in the previous video on Trump, when I mentioned he's going into a gauntlet, I mean, this gauntlet is still ripe here, man. And how can the Secret Service keep making the same mistakes? Let's check the perimeter. Didn't walk the golf course before the game. I mean, even when we made movies, we'd at least recce. We will obviously have our session to recce locations, but you want to visit the location one more time before everyone gets there, right? Unfortunately, there's too many negative numbers around here again. 31-4. 31-4. We got a 22-4 in play, the master plan. 16.7. Here's FBI here. So we've got CIA, we've got FBI, interestingly, this is strange. This is strange, actually. Let me tell you why I'm saying Sunday strange. Is because what I'm not seeing is the Secret Service numbers. There's no Secret Service numbers at all in Sunday. Instead, we've got CIA, FBI, terrible violent numbers against people in authority, death numbers, and explosive numbers. But I'm not seeing. So, for example, here's Secret Service, 23.5, 14.5. So they're present. Let's just double confirm there. You see, here's the details here, 12.3. See, Secret Service is around Saturday. They're around Monday, but they're nowhere on Sunday. So Sunday could be the weak spot here. Huh? Why am I not seeing any Secret Service numbers on a Sunday? Very strange, actually. We must watch out for Sunday. Just trying to see if I pick up anything else before we move on. See all these higher up numbers here, eh? For Sunday. CIA numbers, Secret Service numbers, CIA. See, this is I'm going to say it anyway regardless. I've seen this before in other cases. So we and I'm just going to speak colloquially, we're going to enter in the kill zone there and here. Okay. So managing the door to the kill zone, if you like, is CIA. And monitoring the exit door, if you will, is CIA. That for me is problematic. It's like this would be the typical gauntlet scenario where you led into a situation, unlawful, the grand master plan. And the 13.4 speaks about a death, but it also pings on Trump. I'm not liking this. Guys, be safe out there. Should we just do a look? So this does bother me, this 22. If we switch optics to geology, weather, that kind of thing, I think we're going to be better weather-wise because there's less 8s around. But I believe Friday still may bring around a threat of earthquakes into Saturday even. So from an earthquake point of view, I would say, if there are any more, there's been quite a few, but high probability Friday and Saturday. Yeah, I'm not seeing any. So, yeah, I've just picked up the word mudslide. You have these landslides. 40 with an outcome 4 can bring around landfall slides, mudslides. See, this reflection zone's bugging me. September 24, which reflects the Saturday, is bugging me. These are Secret Service numbers. There's the perp in the middle. Intention to kill. Comes across as a friendly, familiar person. God, we're only in September, and when do the Americans going to elect in November? And then there's still the inauguration in the new year. This guy's been taken through a gauntlet here, and I'm telling you now, this is a gauntlet year for sure. Well, let's just hope that nothing goes wrong, but there's too many negative numbers around. We've got a 16-7 in play, which is not a good thing. And I thought about the previous reading on the night of the debate, because there were 16-7s in play. And of course, at events, there will be, let's call it, for a lack of a better word, friendly snipers looking the other way. So that can be that. But I don't know, man. Yeah, I think unfortunately there's a bit of a gauntlet going through this weekend as well. If that email was anything to go by, which said there were explosives around. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have to watch the news. But I'm not... So from a Trump point of view, I'm not liking Saturday, Sunday. Let's be clear on that. From a Trump point of view, I'm not liking Saturday and Sunday. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. What a week this has been already, right? Please leave your comments. I love engaging with your comments. Please stay safe, stay alert. Let's keep the eye on the news. See you soon. Bye for now.